You're lying in bed, wide awake, and you're watching tomorrow's disaster play out in your head like a movie you can't pause. The negotiation tanks, the presentation bombs, the conversation goes wrong. You see it, frame by frame, crystal clear, and here's the brutal part. Your brain isn't predicting the future, it's building it, right now, from the wreckage of your past. So you try to think positive, you try to visualize success, doesn't work, because you're fighting a biological war with a Pinterest quote. Every anxious thought about tomorrow isn't a warning, it's a construction project, and you're pouring the foundation. What if I told you the past, present, and future don't actually exist? Not physically, they're all the same neurological mechanism firing right now, and once you understand how your brain manufactures time, you can hijack the assembly line. I'm about to show you how to re-engineer your future by sabotaging your past. Sounds insane? It's pure neuroscience. The enemy isn't anxiety, it's not pessimism, it's the archive myth. You think your brain is like a hard drive? Perfect recordings of what happened. Objective facts sitting in folders labeled Summer 2019 or That Breakup. Wrong. Your brain isn't a library. It's a lying machine in constant motion. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you remember something, your brain doesn't retrieve a file. It reconstructs it from scratch, right now. Scientists call this confabulation. Your brain fills in gaps, adds details, warps facts, and you believe every second of it. Most people never learn this. They spend their whole lives being lied to by their own hippocampus. Now here's where it gets wild. Your future is cooked from your past. Like this. Take the raw meat of a memory, boil it in the present. That broth becomes your future, a simulacrum of a simulacrum, double boiled. The anxiety you feel about tomorrow? That's not prophecy. That's your brain taking spoiled ingredients from yesterday and serving them as tomorrow's meal. And if you don't interrupt this loop, you're eating the same poison forever. Your brain is structured like a political nightmare. Imagine if Great Britain, your advanced neocortex where memories live, was ruled by one of its Polynesian colonies, the primitive hippocampus, the manager. The primitive structure commands the advanced one. That's why your predictions about the future feel so arbitrarily wrong. Evolution didn't design you for accuracy, it designed you for survival, and survival means assume the worst. So let's fix it. Step 1, isolate the simulation. Stop calling it worrying about the future. Start calling it what it is, prospective memory. It's not real, it's a simulation running now. In your present, the future doesn't exist yet. Right now, grab your phone, open notes, write down one specific fear about tomorrow. Not vague, specific. I will freeze during the presentation. They will reject my pitch. The date will be awkward. Label it at the top. Prospective memory, not real. Neuroscientists prove this. Your brain uses the same mechanism for remembering yesterday and imagining tomorrow. Same neurons, same chemistry. Scientists call them retrospective, operative, and prospective memory. 3 names, 1 system. Now you've isolated it. But here's the part that breaks most people. You can't just delete it, you have to trace it. Step 2, trace the source code. Your brain didn't invent that disaster scenario from thin air, it stole it from a specific file in your retrospective memory. Find the original, destroy the original, the future collapses. Under your prospective memory note, write source code. Ask yourself, when did I experience this exact feeling before? What specific past event is my brain using to build this prediction? Example, I will freeze in the presentation. Source, that time I blanked during my college speech in 2019. Be forensic. Your brain is lazy. It recycles the same 5 to 10 memories for everything. Gerald Edelman's neural Darwinism proves this. Your memories physically fight each other for survival in your brain. The strongest ones, usually traumatic, win. They get replayed over and over. They become the ingredients for every future you imagine. And if you don't starve the strong memory, it stays strong forever. You found the source. Now comes the violent part. Step 3, force, fail the confabulation. Your memory of that source event is factually wrong. Guaranteed. It's not kind of wrong, it's confabulated. Your brain invented half of it, and you can prove it. Go back to that source memory. Write it out in full detail. Everything you remember. Now attack it, line by line. Ask, how do I actually know this is true? Examples? I froze for 10 minutes. Did you? Or was it 15 seconds that felt like 10 minutes? Everyone laughed at me. Who specifically? Name them. You can't. Because your brain generalized 2 people into everyone. I bombed completely. Did you get a 0? Did you get fired? What was the actual consequence? Most of your traumatic memory is fiction. Gaps filled in by your lying hippocampus. The brain is a hierarchically built machine in ceaseless motion. It doesn't store facts. It reconstructs them every time you access them. Every time you remember something, you corrupt the file, like making a photocopy of a photocopy. By now, that memory is 50% hallucination. You just shattered the past. Now, you need to replace it, because nature abhors a vacuum, especially in your skull. Step 4, edit the broth. You can't choose your future, but you can change the ingredients your brain uses to cook it. The boiling pot of the present is where the swap happens. Go back to your notes. Under source code, write new ingredient. Find a different retrospective memory. Ideally, a time you succeeded in a similar situation, or a completely neutral fact. I prepared for 3 hours. I know the material. Example, swap. Old, I froze during my college speech. New, I nailed the client Q&A last month under pressure. Force your brain to load the new memory. Read it out loud. Visualize it in detail. Feel it. Your brain doesn't care about truth. It cares about availability. The memory you access most becomes the default template. This is why trauma loops exist. You keep replaying the bad file, so it stays loaded. Most people accidentally reinforce their worst memories daily. The new ingredient is loaded. Now, you let the machine run. Step 5. Recompile the future. You don't force a new future. You allow your brain to generate one from the new data. Control the inputs. The outputs change automatically. For the next 24 hours, every time the OLD prospective memory surfaces, I will freeze. Do this. 1. Say out loud, confabulation, not real. 2. Reload the new ingredient memory, 10 seconds, full sensory detail. 3. Let go. Don't force a positive future. Just starve the old one. Your brain will recompile automatically, usually within 18 to 24 hours. You'll notice the disaster movie stops playing. Memories are utterly fragile. They sink into oblivion unless you fight for them. Neural Darwinism. The memory you stop feeding dies. The memory you feed survives. If you skip the 24-hour blackout, the old memory wins, and you're back to eating double-boiled poison. This isn't a hack. This is how time actually works inside your skull. You're not positive thinking your way out of anxiety. You're re-engineering the biological assembly line that manufactures your future. Most people live in a past that never happened, terrified of a future that doesn't exist. You just learn to live in the only time that's real, now. Memory is time. No other time exists. You just weaponize that. The future isn't written, it's boiled, and you control the ingredients. Change the past, change the future. It's the same mechanism.